Welcome back to the It's Not That Serious podcast, where business gets real, laughs get loud, and nothing is off the table. Today we're chatting with Jocelyn Firth, a gifted tarot reader, about converting her passion project into a full-on global business. Obviously, you're in a very unconventional field.
I am.
How
very unconventional.
did this come about? What is it and how did it come about?
So I don't really know what my title is, but I read tarot. I'm an intuitive guide. I'm still trying to figure out what to call myself. A modern day mystic. I don't know. An advice giver. All of the above. And so it came about 2020. After I turned 50, everything was going on and I just felt lost in what I was. I had another business at that time. I was in a MLM and it was no longer serving my purpose. So I started taking a few courses during 2020 and I took like how to realign your chakras, how to do this. And I had always wanted to get more into tarot. And I started diving into tarot and taking tarot courses. And then when we could leave our houses, I took an in-person course. And my husband said to me one day, he does web design. He said, there's a really cool tarot web design. I'm going to like make you a new website and you're going to start a tarot business. And I was like, okay. And that's kind of how it came about.
That's great. So there's no like, I don't want to say like calling, like was it something you're okay? Because I was like, can I just be a tarot reader?
No, well, there was a calling because you have to be good with people and you have to be understanding. Like, I understand that everybody is an individual. Like, no two tarot readings are going to be the same. No two tarot cards are going to be the same for the same person, even if they're the same card. There has to be that understanding, but my life wasn't serving my purpose. And I thought there was more. And the business I was in was putting a dollar sign on everybody's head. And that was getting icky for me. And I had been in this business like 13 years and was still where I was. Oh. And they were like, come on, let's make 100 name list. And I'm like, I can't do it. I can't do it again. I can't do it again. And so I had to turn to something new to find it. And I feel like it has redefined my life. And I am a totally different person than I was like, say, 7 years ago.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So are there like misconceptions around understanding what you do?
Yes, people think I am going to predict their death and, or their ex-boyfriend's death. I've had that.
Maybe they're hoping.
I had somebody call and say, I had a dream and I have a date. Can you verify if that's when my ex-husband is going to die? And I was like,
my God.
That sounds like I'm an accomplice to something.
Wow, yeah.
I will not.
Yeah.
That's wild.
People think I'm the devil. But they don't understand. They understand what the media tells them. And they think I should do it for free because I'm a spiritual person.
Everything needs to be free.
And they don't understand my time and they don't understand like when they buy a reading and they're 10 minutes late, like it affects my whole day.
Of course.
Right?
Like any other booking-based appointment.
And yes, I'm spiritual and yes, I'm calm and evolved, but like I still have feelings and I still have time to do other things in my day and I still get frustrated, right? And so there's that misconception. There's the misconception that I should bend all my rules for people because I am spiritual. There's the misconception that I'm going to predict like catastrophic things, and that's not what I do. Right? I try to be very uplifting. I believe personal growth is done through tarot, and you can read all the personal growth books you want, but when I read tarot for you, it is individual and it is going to tell you what's in your subconscious mind.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I would say that a little bit before I met you, I had met someone who has a gift or a calling, if you will, and was delivering a message to me that I didn't understand at the time, that it was really around my dad's death.
Yes. Yeah.
that was coming. And I had, physical reaction to it. And it wasn't until after he passed that I understood like the whole message. And I get like, some people are going to think that's crazy and kooky, but where I'm going with that is that was my perception of what you do before I experienced sort of when I felt like, some spiritual messages were being sent to me. So I was open to also what you do and a few other folks that do something similar, or a version, somehow delivering message through spirit and whatnot, with what you do. So I definitely would have said, you're a nut, you're kooky, I got this wacko in my class. Like, you must know that not everybody subscribes.
I have done a lot of courses, and I have, there's a lot of people that don't think the woo-woo is making any money. Like, it's a $1 trillion business, spirituality. People are looking for something. They're looking for that. We don't go to church anymore. We don't sit around the quilting circle anymore. They're looking for that community. They're looking for that from someone that can help them. And they may not have a parent or, I deal with a lot of vulnerability when people come to me. They have to be vulnerable to let me into that part of their energy and that part of their life. And some people are just so closed, and they're closed-minded to that. And it's sort of like, I don't want to call it therapy because it's not. I think it's
clarity.
I think it's clarity.
I get clarity when I meet with you. Because it is weird. Like, you're like, I don't know this person. They don't know me. Yeah. And then I'm not coming here to dump my problems, which is what I kind of perceive therapy to be a little bit more. I'm trying to, kind of make some decisions around the chaos that's happening, and like, I usually get clarity when we're done.
I'm often trying to explain it to my 93-year-old mother. She's very Christian, and we've just agreed not to talk about it anymore because she doesn't get it. But I can remember as young having a very strong intuition, and just that wasn't developed in me. You have a strong we all have strong intuitions. It's just not developed in us, right? We're not told to like follow your intuition. You're told follow this course and go to university and get this job, right? And that didn't work for me. Didn't. So I've had to follow my intuition all my life. But my mother, I can remember sitting in church, and I can remember sitting in that pew thinking, I want to be up there preaching to people, but not preaching like in a church way, but in a spiritual way. And now that's what I do. And I think my life and the world had to evolve for me to see what I needed to do.
That's amazing. I don't even mean to laugh, like, because I think I wasn't raised in a Christian or religious household. And so when you grow up and you're trying to figure out like, what do I believe in? What does that look like? My husband he's Muslim. So, that religion didn't speak to me. So I was really trying to figure out like, what is my thing? I went to church once in my life. My cousin Ricky farted so loud that's the only thing I remember about the whole time being there. I don't even mean to make it funny. Like, I was young, so it wasn't like I'm like, oh my God, we're all like, drunk at church. We were young, but that's my only experience with church. Mm-hmm. It didn't I didn't connect with it there. But you get to a point where you're like, okay, like there's gotta be some kind of guidance. I can hear my gut. I can feel my gut. Like, I need to decode this. And I feel like that's what I get from what you do.
Yeah. And so I get that from what I do as well. And I get readings by other people, and I have a mentor that she's in the spiritual business. She reads Akashic records, but she reads the records of my business, which is really interesting, right? Yeah. And so I need that as well. And so I'm not telling you doom and gloom, and I'm not really even predicting your future because I'm guiding it. And I always think too, and I think you've heard me say this, Stephanie, like if I tell you that I see you going to a restaurant for supper and you're going to have pepperoni pizza, never. And you get to the restaurant, you're like, that girl said I'm going to have pepperoni pizza, but I want the club, right? They can get the club. No. You have free will, right? So I'm not controlling your life. If I see it, that's in the moment, right? And sometimes I see things, and I've had readings myself that I'm like, that didn't resonate with me. Yeah. Like, I don't understand what that means. And then the event happens, and I'm like, oh, like recently in February, my friend read for me, and she read the Three of Swords, which is a heart with 3 swords stabbed in it. It's really about a broken heart, right? And I was like, a broken heart? How am I going to have a broken heart? But then we lost our baby dog.
Oh, that's
like
it.
Our little soul dog. And my heart wasn't broken, right? And so that is where that came from. but my heart is still whole.
Yeah.
But it was hurt, right?
Yeah.
And so I can't tell you everything's going to be sunshine and roses, but I can help you navigate those difficult times in your life too.
Yeah.
If I say you're going to have heartbreak, but your heart is still going to be whole, doesn't that make it a little bit easier when you have the heartbreak?
Yeah.
Right.
Right?
Yeah,
That-
absolutely.
She said, I'm going to get through this, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
somebody believes in me that I'm going to get through this.
I think what you do is so different, but then there are the folks like the mediums and psychics
Yeah.
and folks that like, you know, I would say more so from the psychic perspective. I do have a client that claims to be a psychic, and like we have the most drama with this person, and every time we're always like, well, wouldn't she know that?
Yeah.
Like, doesn't she already know? Like, why are we fighting? Like, isn't like, so I know it's
Yeah.
not what she does per se, but when you say psychic, like,
well, you think the cards would predict that for her.
right,
She knew
right,
that was
right.
gonna
And she
happen.
does like give you some doomsday stuff. Like
Yeah.
she does like to chat and like, you know, so there's a darkness around
Yeah.
what she does, but it's
Mhm.
only light around what I see you do. But you kind of maybe all get thrown in the same
We
basket.
do get in the same pot, and I see
Yeah.
so much in movies and stuff that is wrong. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even Teresa Caputo, like the Long Island
The nails
medium,
and
the nails and the
Yeah.
hair.
Oh, I kind of
and
look like her.
She's
today.
at the grocery store. Did you have someone that died?
Died?
I would never do that
No.
because. Oh my God, how rude is that, right? To go into somebody's business at the grocery store? Like, and I don't want to be
But
good.
do you receive messages like that?
Yeah,
So-
I was gonna ask
Okay,
you, do you ever
I'm trying to
get
figure out
that
what's the
type of-
difference.
Well, I try to shut it off when I'm out,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
But sometimes I receive messages like Stephanie was on my to-do list yesterday to reach out to her.
So weird.
And
I
I
reached out
didn't-
to her.
And I
Oh,
didn't reach out
She's
to
the
her.
last minute, like
Yes.
I was like, I'm
Yeah.
filling the spot. I'm
I sh-
asking her. I don't care. So
Yeah.
so
I
not
get
that I
stuff like
wouldn't have
that.
asked you.
Yeah.
She is religious. So I was like, are they going to kill each other if I
Yeah.
put them?
No,
But no. No, but because I don't know like where that lies for everyone. Like you know what I mean? Like
But I believe spirituality is individual as a fingerprint.
Absolutely.
Right? And
Yeah.
so is your trauma and so is your joy. Like you can't tell me something happened and I can say, yeah, I understand that because I don't. I understand it from my perspective.
Yeah.
And I'm actually, you don't know this, I'm writing a book called The 5 Spirituality Languages. And that's part of it. Like
Yeah.
it's your individual and you need to find spirituality. And I'm not against religion at all.
Yeah.
I actually read a really good book about Christianity and tarot and how the two can work together and how you can use tarot for prayer, right? And I want to write this book on spirituality. And it's like the 5 love languages. Everyone's read that book, but it's like spirituality and how you find your spirituality. I had one of my clients say, but I'm not spiritual. I said, when do you feel like you have no cares and no worries and everything is okay in the world? She goes, when I'm on a motorcycle. I said, that is your spiritual outlet.
Yeah.
Get on that motorcycle and go. And so people need to be allowed to know that too, right? Their spirituality mine is not yours and yours, it's mine, right? And we have to stop trying to lump everybody's in and tell people theirs is wrong and just let people be.
Yeah.
that's
Very
fair. That's
Yeah.
fair.
And I think it has a lot to do with how we were just saying earlier that it's all tied together when it comes to like Teresa Caputo and it's just
Yeah.
all one
Well,
group, but
yeah.
it's different, right?
Well,
Each thing
and
is
we
different.
Look like people are ripping you off.
Yeah.
And we look like, it's more.
Well, you go to like New York and you're in like, you know,
Yeah.
whatever street and there's a psychic here and the
Yeah.
psychic here,
Yeah.
stop at
And
the
they're telling you
psychic
some
shop.
foolishness, too.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And,
It's like
it's
the like just whatever to get your money, but that really isn't been my or
No.
hasn't been my experience with you. I have had that experience with, you know, places that I travel and
Yeah,
stuff and
yeah.
they're on every corner, but like that's sort of the reputation that comes with the space, but
Yeah.
you just
Yeah.
do it beautifully.
Yeah,
like
well,
it's
thank
very
you.
different.
Thank you.
Very
I'm
different.
actually doing a mastermind right now this fall, and I have 5 women, and we're calling it Becoming You, Tarot to Transformation, because us menopause and premenopause women, we get to that age, and we just, our kids are grown, our nest is empty,
Purpose changes.
purpose changes. Now what do I do?
Yeah,
and
trying
so
to
we're
find
finding
yourself.
their purpose,
yeah,
right?
for sure.
And I love it. And I see one woman is having this spiritual awakening. And
So
I said to
refreshing.
her, it's so refreshing. And I see another woman like, all her outer shell is cracked off and she's talking to me now. And it's not that she didn't talk to me before, but it's totally different.
Yeah.
I see a sunshine in her. And
I love that.
You know, I get off these calls and my bucket is full as I'm hoping theirs is, right?
Yeah.
So
That's probably a good feeling.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So I do more than just read tarot, because if I
course.
had to read tarot like 20 times a week, I'd be sick of it, right? It's money.
That's correct.
Yeah.
So I do masterminds, I do little courses here and there, and I have, of course, the Coven of the Woo Woo Sisterhood, where I read tarot twice a week live on Facebook. And
Do you have any nightmare clients?
the lady that wanted to know when somebody was going to die.
That's
weird.
like
Most
So she's not there open, right? She's there closed with a mission almost.
I don't have any real nightmare clients.
Just me.
Just
me.
you.
Every guest.
Are you going to ask her the same question?
I love everybody.
Are you going to ask her the same question of, do you have any people that don't pay?
Yeah.
I do have had people that don't pay.
Oh,
But
Not that I don't want you to get paid, but I'm too nice.
not that they didn't pay.
Oh.
Well, they didn't pay. I canceled their booking because they didn't pay. Because you have to pay me in advance. It's different than your work, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so this woman had booked a party in the summer, and she said she had 14 people, which is a lot for me to read at a party.
Yeah, that's
usually
too
max
much.
out at 6 or
Drained.
8,
Oh my
right?
God.
14.
And so she said, and I was like, well, you have to pay in advance. It's X amount of dollars, plus my travel there, plus I need food and I need liquids. Do you know what I mean? You have
14
to,
people.
That's a lot of
long
energy,
time.
Right? That's going to take me like a week to recover from.
For sure.
Right? And so she's like, yeah. So I was like, where's my money? You know, a little bit nicer, but like, don't forget.
Yeah, at the end of the day, where's my money?
Yeah. And so sending her a link and this and that. Thursday comes and it's Saturday and she goes, oh, I can't go now, but they still want you. And I'm like, you have the address. And I'm like, well, I haven't been paid, and could I have a name and number in case I get lost?
No,
it was like down the South Shore somewhere, right?
Yeah.
No thanks.
And so about an hour later, I'm floating in my pool, and I get a ding. Oh, we don't need you. They've all canceled because I canceled. I was like, okay, I knew that was coming. I was mad, but I wasn't mad.
Yeah,
because
but they string you along, waste your
Rachel's
time.
stringing me along.
Yeah.
But then, like, the next day, I had somebody reach out, book two readings with me.
Yeah.
Found me on Google.
It just works
I
out.
keynote spoke. I was a keynote speaker. If I could speak, I did it out. Recently at 2 events and loved that. I want to do way more of that.
Oh, that's awesome.
And that came out of nowhere. And so you can't get caught up in what didn't happen.
Oh, for sure.
And, take what did happen. And so it's different because you do the work and then you bill them.
Right.
But if they haven't paid, please don't show up to my house or you're not getting the Zoom link from me, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you're like that.
Yeah.
Even last night, I'll tell you this story, and I don't care if they know it. Like, it's so annoying. So we have a client who is bad at paying, but they always end up paying. And I love them as a person. And they needed something, but they have a balance due. And I said, I'm not doing it until you pay this balance. And then they got their assistant to reach out and they're like, Steph, we're going to pay. Can you just do this thing for me really quickly? It's not really quickly. It was and I'm the only person in the whole business that can do it.
And I don't know how long it's going to take.
Right. And it's a big project. It definitely took me 2 hours, like between 6 and 8 last night after doing this for 4 episodes and whatnot. And I was like, they're pulling on my heartstrings because I know they need it. And I have the text message that says, send it and I promise we'll send payment. And then they didn't pay and they got it out of me. So obviously Madison goes ape shit first thing this morning. So that's great. But it's so mean. They will pay. That it always ends up they do pay. But to just I think that's not cool. Like because I care. I care, right?
I had a lady because I have the Coven of the Woo Woo Sisterhood, which is
so woo woo's real. Like is that a term you say or like
that's
the
term
space?
I use. That's the space.
Okay,
so it's the Coven of the Woo Woo Sisterhood, and it's a membership group.
Oh, okay.
And so you pay $9 US a month, so it's like $12, $13 Canadian. So I let people go in and try it out for 7 days, and so I'm following up with this person, and she's like, why is it in American if you're in Nova Scotia? And I'm like, because I'm a global business and that is the global currency. I'm
Absolutely.
really sorry. That is what it is. Well, I work 2 jobs and, you know,
here we go.
I don't have this and I don't have that. And I
Sounds
just
for
wrote
you.
back, sorry, I guess it's not for you.
Yeah.
And that might sound really
See,
cold-hearted,
I'm like,
but that is growth for me, right? Because
let me
before I'd
help.
be like, oh, here's
That's
my
me
best friend.
still.
So no,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
And I blessed her and let her go.
Good.
Right?
Good for you.
I gotta get better at the no.
Yeah.
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 There is a little bit of like, you grow up super poor, you have
Yeah.
nothing,
Yeah.
and no one helps you. And now I'm
You want to help
doing
everybody
well,
else.
and I have struggled to not
'Cause
help.
that's your safety.
It is, but
That's where
it's
you
a
feel
little bit in
safe.
my
Yeah,
heart too,
yeah.
though. Like I even though like they didn't pay, but I'm not gonna fuck them over because
Yeah.
it would have fucked them over had I not done it.
Yeah,
That isn't
yeah.
who I am.
Yeah.
So yes, that's who they are,
Yeah.
and I will get paid in the end. But to just not, and I know that they need it. Like
But
it's in their control. They did
Yeah.
all of the
It's
things.
different. If I don't let you into the coven, the CRA is not coming after you, right?
Right, like
It's
me
a
not
little bit
sending it has
different.
insane
So
repercussions. So
she didn't see the value,
right,
Yeah.
and
That's the
I'm not
problem.
there to convince somebody.
Yeah.
That's not my job,
Mhm.
right? That's not my business. That's not
It-
what I think. But
it'll
they
end bad
need you,
anyway.
right?
Yeah.
They need you.
Yeah.
we talked
I-
about that yesterday too.
I have
Like what
let
I do
others-
isn't fun.
Yeah, I have let others into the coven and they don't want to use the link and they're going to email me the money every month and now I have to chase them. And I've sent them
exhausting.
messages in the last month. I'm sorry, but I'm not chasing you anymore. You have to pay by the link.
Yeah, that's
Because it's exhausting for me.
and for
very-
$12, like
$12.
Oh,
And
man.
the
then,
effort.
and I do it through a system, and so I lose some of that money. I don't get all
right.
that $12,
Transaction
right?
fees, yeah.
So,
So the
yeah.
the platform takes its cut, the tax takes their cut. Like there's that money is chopped to very
But
little
you're
by
gonna
the
go
time it gets to you.
Starbucks and buy a $12 drink.
Because Starbucks is $12 for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, but
Crazy.
here I'm offering you a month membership for $12,
Yeah.
and so the people that see my value will pay, and
Yeah.
that's
Without
just where it
question.
is,
Yeah.
right? And
Mhm.
I learned that from you though, because when I first started out, I was not charging, and you were like, "You need to charge more. You need to charge more," and I am charging more now.
You
and
do,
I
you do.
will charge more, and
Good.
I don't. The lady I worked for at the retreat that I did the keynote, her person canceled Saturday afternoon. She said, "Can you come back and read tarot?" I was like, "Yeah." She said, "I'll pay you X amount of dollars." I was just reading tarot, didn't realize what time it was, went over an hour. Because sometimes I get in the zone and I
Yeah,
don't
of
even
course.
know, right?
Yeah,
But she wanted all her attendees to have their tarot read who wanted it. And she's like, "Send me." And I sent it to her. I did not feel guilty. I did not feel attached to that money. She sent it right back. She's already booked me for next October.
That's
so
nice. Yeah.
that's
you know.
amazing. Yeah, I see when it comes to like teaching and consulting,
Yeah.
when it's like directly me and my hours, I always get paid. That stuff's up front. That's no problem. It is the tax and the tax
Yeah.
problems and the money problems.
because the problems don't have money is the problem.
Right. And I still will help. Like
Yeah.
we've definitely gotten better, and I have someone in place to help manage that. But literally every business owner is like, "No, I always get paid for everything I do."
Yeah.
So that my space, there's no question that there's just a little bit of a uniqueness to
Yeah.
like it
Yeah.
isn't just me. I would say a lot of folks in my space have this problem.
Well, if it makes you feel better, not my husband, sorry, my brother is a contractor and he didn't get paid for something.
that makes me
You know
feel
what I
much
mean?
better.
That
Thank
makes
you.
feel-
It's done.
It's a big
I'll
chunk of
sleep
cash.
fine
I
tonight.
bet. Contracting.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. Have you
yeah.
ever refused to read someone?
I don't like to read men.
Oh,
I
interesting.
usually only read women. And so yeah, I have refused men. I did read a man recently. It was a husband of somebody I knew. I am kind of softening to that space though, because I feel men are lost.
Yes.
That's
and,
fair.
And I feel they need something,
Yep.
but I'm not quite sure
It's
what
you?
my role is in that yet,
Yeah.
right? And I know my husband would like a spiritual something and some of his friends, but where I work mostly online,
Yeah.
and I go to yoga. Where I go to yoga, there's 6 of us, 5 women and 1 man. And he asked, "Do you just read for women?" And I was like, "Yes." And
Yeah.
he's a sweetheart, so I would probably read for
Yeah.
him. but I am very protective about my space and my energy.
That's what I was
And
gonna ask.
Yeah.
especially alone in my office, like it's very intimate.
Oh yeah.
And because I wasn't gonna have people in my house, and now I have people traipsing it.
That came up. I was like, I bet you. I bet you.
Now I have people in my
Yes.
house and in my tiny little office, but it's very intimate and it's very awkward for me. And so a woman comes in, I can like welcome her, read her energy, but like I don't know. There's a quote in Mary Poppins, and it's something like, one man is really good, but a bunch of men can't be trusted.
It is like,
I'm sorry to diss on men.
I'm with you on the working with women. I actually like, if I could only have, like, obviously we have Jonah, which he's one of the girls, to be honest. But like client wise, you don't really can't be like, are you a woman? You know, like in the couples it comes up. But I've been in a room with a man, and he have like just go absolutely ballistic about his tax situation. And it was actually our old office, and Kim had to call the police. And I was just stuck in the room while he was like losing his mind. I could have handled that with a woman. I wouldn't have felt that way. I would have felt like, I got you, girl. Like, let me talk you up. But he, no matter what, is stronger than me. So I'm there literally just having to take it because I can't nothing.
And
so this safety thing is real.
The safety thing is real. And oftentimes when I read tarot, like my family goes out, so they're not disturbing me. Now, sometimes they're home walking above us and stuff. Like, they're all adults, but you know, oftentimes my husband will go see a client of his and, you know, just be out of the house. And so it's me alone with this. And man,
in this small intimate space.
So it is a little odd, but I do feel there is a need for men. I just
don't know how that works.
And so my mentor who reads my records, she said that I am going to work with men. And I'm like, no, I'm not. She goes, sure.
Do you have a powerful moment like in a reading that you'll like sort of just never forget?
Oh, yes. So I do birthday readings on Facebook. So if you're a friend of mine on Facebook, I will wish you a happy birthday. And then I do a 1-card reading a couple times a month. And then I, get into my funnel kind of thing. So I was reading a couple months ago for this lady, and I was shuffling the cards, and there was no cards jumping out. And I said, okay, so-and-so, I'm going to stop and I'm going to pick your cards. And something pulled my arms back and said, no, you're not.
Oh.
And I was like, okay, somebody's telling me I need to shuffle more. And I'm like, is your grandmother? And she never, like, I even went through the video and picked out exactly her piece in the video because I wanted, she never commented, but I'm pretty sure her grandmother was there, and that her grandmother kept telling me to shuffle the cards till the cards came out.
Oh, wow.
And they did come out, but like, I'm like, I got to keep shuffling because she keeps telling me I can't stop.
That's wild.
So yeah, so there was that. I've read on an open forum online one time in one of my groups where, you know, I do these group readings where I knew exactly who this reading was for, and somebody was coming through, and I'm like, because I'm not going to call you out and go, oh, yeah. Your grandmother's here, right? Yeah. So I was like, okay, I know I have some information for somebody. If you think this reading was exactly for you, can you send me a message? And she was like right on it. So she knew.
Oh, that's
so there's times, that, you know, but then I get sometimes the hardest people to read are the people that think like, I'm not going to give you any information.
Yeah.
Right.
Because it has to be an open dialogue, right? It has to be a conversation. It'd be like having a podcast guest that just
sits there.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know? So, but yeah, those are two that stand right out for me. And I read for somebody else not too long ago, and I said, I think you're going to meet a man, but I think you need to stay off the apps. I said, I think you're going to meet him as a setup, but not really a setup. You're going to be invited somewhere and he's going to be there. I said, so get out of the house.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So,
that's
and then sometimes I feel people, I read at a bachelorette not too long ago, and it was a really fun bachelorette because they were all young and they had little babies. So their babies were sleeping over with them and stuff.
Oh, right.
But this one little baby, he was such an old soul. And I said, oh, that baby is an old soul. And she goes, I know. He is, isn't he? She goes, I think he looks at me with judgment of 40-year-old.
That's hilarious.
So there's that too, right?
I love it.
Yeah.
All right. I want to switch gears a little bit,
Sure.
sort of as we get to the nearing the end here. I want to talk money a little bit.
Okay.
So this is a business,
Yeah.
and you touched on it a little bit earlier, like maybe people thinking you shouldn't get paid because of the spiritual component. Like you're no less a business, or it doesn't make what you do any less genuine.
Yeah.
So what are your money goals?
My money goal right now, are you ready for this? Because
Yes.
you're going to die, is $30K a month.
A month.
A month.
Okay. And I know you had your biggest month ever
Yeah.
recently.
Yeah, in September.
So it's not wild. Did October stay on par?
October stayed okay, but so my biggest month happened when people bought into my mastermind, right?
Okay.
So now my mastermind's going, and so now I'm going to promote another one to start in February, March, right?
Okay.
So it did kind of lull, and it kind of lulled in November, but that's okay because I know it's going to come. It's going to bounce back up. And so
Amazing.
it's getting the consistency, and I'm only one person. I can only do so much,
Absolutely.
right? So a 30K month would be like
30K a month, not like 30K a month consistently. Like you're
no,
okay,
30K,
because there are ebbs and flows.
Yeah, there is ebbs
Okay,
and flows.
okay.
But that is my goal.
Gotcha.
Is 30K for 1 month. I've already I'm up 500% from last
It's
year.
amazing.
And so I'm so excited, and I'm getting a new website, and usually my husband does it for me for free, and I'm paying somebody, and it's a lot of money, but if you want to up level, you got to up level.
You do.
Right?
You do,
You
yeah.
got to buy the fancier clothes, you got to drive the fancier car, you can't stay where you are. So I have to figure out where this money's coming to pay for this website, and
You will though.
yeah, and that will bring money into my funnel.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good for you. Good for
Yeah.
you. Okay, so what we do here at the end is this little segment called Serious or Nah.
Okay.
And it's like a rapid fire of questions. It's all over the place. It might go well. It might be shit. We'll find out. We might have to edit it out. No,
Okay.
I hope not to. But it's basically just a yes or no question.
okay.
And because the podcast it's not that serious,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
replace
yeah,
serious. Okay, so tarot predicting everything in your life, serious or not?
Not. No.
I'm glad you said that.
All right, the next one is only witches read tarot.
No.
Serious.
No.
There you go. All right.
No. Anybody can read tarot. Take my tarot course.
Mercury retrograde being responsible for all your bad decisions. Serious or no?
No. It is a little different energetically at that time, but if your computer's going to break, your computer's going to break.
Fair.
Right?
Can I have your paper, please?
Yeah.
Is that the right one again? Thank you. Ghosting someone because the energy felt off. Serious or no?
Serious.
Yes, you
Yeah,
need to.
yeah.
Protect your energy, man. It's
Yes,
so
protect
important.
your energy at all
Yeah.
times.
Using tarot to see if your ex is going to come back.
Oh, I
Serious
hate
or not?
that. No,
At least
that
it's
is
not to
like-
kill
People
him.
ask that?
People ask
Yeah.
me that. Is my ex really in love with his new wife? I'm like,
Oh,
wow, messy.
and then I have to say, I read you. What's your question about your life?
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah.
predict what he's going to
He's
do.
not
Yeah.
even here. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Sage cleaning, bad vibes in your host. Serious or not?
I think it's serious.
Yeah.
I like to do it.
You're here for it.
I'm here for it.
Love it.
So,
Manifesting money without doing the work.
oh, you got to do the work. So
Sure.
I have changed my language from vision board to action board
That's right.
because you need to take action.
That's right.
It's not, you're not having a dream. It's
I have a vision book so
Yeah.
I can have the checklists and the action plan with it.
Action, yeah.
It's not just like a someday. It's like this is how my plan to do this.
And this year I did a bingo card of things I
Oh,
needed to
yes.
do, and my bingo card's almost full.
Oh, that's
So,
cool.
I
like
love
idea.
that.
Yeah. Give myself little prizes every time I fill the line
I like
in.
Little stickers and stuff. Blaming the universe instead of taking accountability.
No, the universe is in you.
You
Yeah,
finish.
No,
that's good.
No, the universe is in you. You are the universe.
Oh, TikTok collective readings or no?
No.
Oh, that's
Like
that-
group anything?
I see them on there. Send me stars and I'll do my reading. Stop it.
It's so yeah.
Stop that.
Now here.
No.
Oh my God! Again with
Oh, Cardi B. Cardi B versus Nicki Minaj. Whose energy is more chaotic?
Oh. I'm gonna say Cardi B's.
the more chaotic.
Yeah.
I think Nikki's is more chaotic.
I do too.
I don't know.
But she you'd have to really be deep into what they're.
Yeah,
Nikki's a little more negative.
Yeah,
I'm old too.
But at least you knew who they were. I'm impressed. Yeah. She didn't say who.
No, know. So, but I just know Cardi B just had another baby, so that would be
Yeah, that's fair.
chaotic.
Yeah, that
right?
would
so I
be.
think right now her
She's going
energy
through a
would be
divorce.
Yeah,
More kids.
postpartum,
Nikki's hating
like
on her.
Yeah, so there's chaos
Yeah.
there, and it could change at any time, right?
Yeah,
because your
true.
energy changes all the time. That's why you
course.
want to keep in a good flow.
Yeah.
You got it. Jocelyn, you killed it.
Yeah,
Thank you
did.
for
That was
coming.
awesome.
Thank you so much.
I saw you filming these, and I was like, oh, I'd love to do that with Stephanie, and then you
Pull
reached
up.
There
out.
you go.
I
It was
was
meant
like,
to be.
there you
right?
go.
Meant to be.
Yeah.